notebooks. Next, now we'll read about force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. Okay, Henri Marie Ampere suggested that magnet also exerts an equal and opposite force on a current carrying conductor. Whenever electricity current will be passed in a conductor, magnetic field is produced, right? So Henri Marie Ampere, she was one scientist. He suggested that whenever the magnetic field will be produced, that time magnets will also exert an equal and opposite force on a current carrying conductor. Okay, the displacement in the conductor is the maximum when the direction of current is at the right angle to the direction of the magnetic field. So when the displacement will be maximum, the displacement in the conductor is the maximum when the direction of current is at right angles to the direction of the magnetic field. Okay, when the direction of the current will be at right angles to the direction of the magnetic field, 90 degree, right angle means 90 degree. Direction of force is reversed on reversing the direction of the current. How we can change the direction of the force? By changing the direction of the current. So in this you have to remember that whenever magnetic field will be produced, magnet will also exert equal and opposite force on the current carrying conductor. Next, we'll read about Fleming's left-hand rule. In this, we'll read first about Fleming's left-hand rule. After that, we'll read about Fleming's right-hand rule also. So, what is Fleming's left-hand rule? Since it is a left hand, so you have to use your left hand for this rule, right? So, according to Fleming's left-hand rule, stretch the thumb, forefinger and middle finger of your left hand such that they are mutually perpendicular. Which three fingers we have to use for this rule? We have to use our thumb, the forefinger and the middle finger. Okay, thumb, forefinger and the middle finger. Only three fingers we have to use for this rule of our left hand, such that we have to stretch the three fingers such that they are mutually perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular means they should make 90-degree angle with each other. If the first finger point in the direction of the magnetic field, okay, if one of the finger, suppose this finger will point in the direction of the magnetic field and the second finger in the direction of the current, and the second one, this finger, it points in the direction of the current, then the thumb will point in the direction of motion of the force. Then thumb will show what? It will show the direction of motion of the force acting on the conductor. So what is this Fleming's left hand rule? According to Fleming's left hand rule, stretch the thumb, the forefinger and the middle finger of your left hand such that they are mutually perpendicular to each other. Only three fingers we have to use and they should be perpendicular to each other. If the first finger points in the direction of the magnetic field, if the first finger, this one, okay, if this first finger points in the direction of the magnetic field and second finger, this one, okay, this finger will point in the direction of the current, then your thumb will show what? It will point in the direction of motion or the force acting on the conductor. Just now we have read that magnet will also exert equal and opposite force on the conductor. So thumb will give you the direction of motion of the force acting on the conductor. Okay, so like this you should remember this one. Now, in this we have to read about MRI and galvanometer. What is MRI? Magnetic resonance imaging. In hospitals, when you go, sometimes if you have any injury in your internal body parts, that time doctors used to do for this test, MRI. Okay, in MRI, what is the full form? Magnetic resonance imaging. Image of internal organs of body can be obtained using magnetic field of the organs. Okay, so in this, if you have any problem in your internal organs, then the image of the internal organs of the body can be obtained using magnetic field of the organs. And what is galvanometer? Instrument that can detect the presence of current in a circuit. It also detects the direction of the current. So it is used in the circuit. Galvanometer is used in the circuit which detects the presence of current in a circuit, and it also detects the direction of the current. Okay. Next topic is electric motor. This is very important question. Generally 4 to 5 marks question is every year they used to ask from this topic, electric motor. Okay, first of all, what is electric motor that you should know? Electric motor, you know that in many of the devices in our house, many of the appliances in our house, electric motor is used. It can be used in the mixture grinder. It is also used in the fans. Okay. So electric motor is a rotating device that converts electric energy into mechanical energy. So what does this electric motor do? It converts electrical energy. We have to provide electricity to this electric motor. Then it will convert that electrical energy into mechanical energy, means for doing that work. Like for example, fan. If you will provide electricity to the fan, it will rotate and it will give you the it will do the mechanical energy for you. Okay, so electric motor is a rotating device that converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. Next, it works on the basis of rules suggested by Marie Ampere and Fleming's left hand rule. So it works on what? It works on which rule? The rule suggested by Marie Ampere and Fleming's left hand rule. Just now we have read in left hand rule, if you stretch the thumb, the forefinger and the middle finger of your left hand, the thumb will point in the direction of the force, the first finger will point in the direction of the magnetic field, and the second finger will point in the direction of the current. In electric motor, a rectangular coil is suspended between the two poles of the magnetic field. Okay, so how it is made? Two poles of magnet are there, north pole and the south pole. In between, a rectangular coil is present between the two poles of the magnet. The electric supply to the coil is connected with a commutator. Then how the electric supply will be provided to the coil? By connecting it with a commutator. What is a commutator? A commutator is a device which reverses the direction of flow of electric current through a circuit. In electric motors, the split ring acts as a commutator. This question is also asked. What is a commutator and what is its function? So what is a commutator? A commutator is a device which reverses the direction of flow of electric current through a circuit. Reverses means it changes the direction of flow of current through a circuit. So in electric motor, what acts as a commutator? Split ring acts as a commutator. If you look at the diagram of the electric motor, in that you can see split rings are present. That will act as a commutator. That will change the direction of the flow of current in a circuit. Electric motors are used in electric fans, refrigerators, mixers, washing machines and computers, etc. This 1 marks question is also asked in the exam. Name some devices in which electric motors are used. Then you can write electric fans, refrigerators, mixer grinders, washing machines. Okay. Now, what are the commercial uses of motor? An electromagnet in place of permanent magnet. Okay. What are the uses of motor? An electromagnet can be used in place of permanent magnet. Large number of turns of the conducting wire in the current carrying coil. A soft iron core on which the coil is wound. So these are some of the commercial uses of motor. Next we'll read about electromagnetic induction. You have many times you have heard about this electromagnetic induction. What is this electromagnetic induction? When a conductor is placed in a changing magnetic field, any conductor, when it will be placed in a magnetic field, some current is induced in it. Means when we will place any conductor in a magnetic field, some current will be induced in it. Some current will be present in that. Induced means will be come in that conductor. Such current is called induced current and the phenomena is called electromagnetic induction. So the current which is getting induced in the conductor is called induced current and the phenomena or the process is called electromagnetic induction. Suppose this is a magnetic field and if we will place any if we will place any conductor in that, some current will be induced in that. Some current will be present in that conductor. So that process is called electromagnetic induction. Now we'll read about Fleming's right hand thumb rule. Just now we have read about Fleming's left hand rule. Now we'll read about Fleming's right hand rule. Stretch the thumb, forefinger and the middle finger of your right hand. Again the three fingers we have to use but of our right hand such that they are perpendicular to each other. In this case also they should be perpendicular to each other. If the forefinger indicates the direction of magnetic field. Now this is your forefinger. It will show which direction? It will show the direction of the magnetic field. And the thumb shows the direction of motion of the conductor. Thumb will show what? It will show the direction of motion of the conductor. Then the middle finger will show the direction of induced current. And this middle finger, what it will show? It will show the direction of the induced current. This rule is called Fleming's right hand rule. Okay. So what is Fleming's right hand rule? Stretch the thumb, forefinger and the middle finger of your right hand and they should be perpendicular to each other. The forefinger indicates the direction of the magnetic field. Forefinger will show the direction of magnetic field, right? Like this, okay? Thumb will show the direction of motion of the conductor. And the middle finger will show the direction of induced current. So this is called your Fleming's right hand thumb rule. The statement of these questions are asked in the exam: state Fleming's right hand rule, state Fleming's left hand rule. So you should remember the statement. Next we'll read about electric generator. Okay, so what is electric generator? Electric generator converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. Suppose in the apartments and all, when electricity will not be there, that time they use the electric generators. Okay, suppose sometimes you are organizing some function, in that you cannot take that electricity supply, so that time you take the generators from the market and they will provide you the electricity. So electric generators are converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. It is based on the principle of electromagnetic induction. On which principle it will work? It will based on the principle of electromagnetic induction. Remember this one. Okay. In case of electric generator, rectangular armature is placed within the magnetic field of a permanent magnet. So in this one, what happens? A rectangular armature is placed within the magnetic field of permanent magnet. The armature is attached to the wire and is positioned in a way that it can move around an axle. So in such a way the armature will be present so that it can move easily through an axle. Working of electric generator. You can see in the diagram, this is the north pole and the south pole. Okay. Some split rings are also present in this. Brushes are also present. Rings. These are called the split rings. These are called the brushes. Working of electric generator. When the armature moved within the magnetic field, an electric current is induced. The direction of induced current changes when the armature crosses the halfway mark of its rotation. Thus, the direction of current changes once in every rotation. Whenever the armature will move within the magnetic field of the electric current, an electric current will be induced. The direction of induced current changes. Sometimes the direction of the current will change when the armature crosses the halfway mark of its rotation. So the direction of current changes once in every rotation. So whenever the armature will rotate itself, the direction of the current will change. Due to this, the electric generator produces alternating current. So which type of current the electric generator will produce? Alternating current, AC. To convert an AC generator into a DC generator, a split ring commutator is used. So how we can convert that AC generator to DC generator? By using split ring commutator. This helps in producing direct current. Okay. Now we'll read about the differences between the alternating current and the direct current. First one, alternating current is written with the short form AC and direct current with short form DC. The current which reverses its direction periodically means after some period of time, that is called alternating current. Okay, so this current can reverse its direction periodically. Direct current always flow in one direction only, but direct current will always flow in one direction. AC can be transmitted over long distance without much loss of energy. Okay, alternating current can be used for a long distance also, without loss of energy, but loss of energy during transmission over long distance is high. But if we will use direct current, it leads to loss of energy. Cost of transmission is low. Cost of transmission is high in case of direct current. AC cannot be stored. We cannot store the AC current, but DC current can be stored as in the form of a batteries. Now, the last topic of this chapter is domestic electric circuit. So what is this domestic electric circuit? In our homes, the electric power supplied is of potential difference 220 volt and frequency 50 hertz. Okay, the electricity which we are using in our house, what is the potential difference of that electric power? 220 volt and frequency is 50 hertz. There are three kinds of wires used in our house. If you will see the main circuit of your house, three types of wires you can see. One is of green color, one is of red color, and another one is of black color. Three wires are used. So what are the three types of wire? First one is your live wire. Okay, it is having a charge positive. Red color, it is of red color insulation. Okay, next one is your neutral wire, negative with black insulation cover, and the third wire, that is the earth wire, it is of green color insulation. So live wire red color, neutral wire black color, and earth green insulation. Right? The potential difference between the live wire and the neutral wire in India is 220 volt. So what is the potential difference between the live wire and the neutral wire? Only 220 volt, positive and the negative. Now, how the electricity is provided in our house? First of all, one pole is there. After that, main supply is there. Okay, from pole the current will flow towards the main supply, then up to the fuse, and from the fuse it will go to the electricity meter, and after that the distribution box is there, and after that it will be given to the separate circuits. Okay, you can see in this diagram, this is the earth wire, this is the live wire, and the neutral wire. All the three wires are connected in the circuit. A systematic diagram of one of the common domestic circuits. In this electricity board, fuse is there, electricity meter is also there, in which the people used to see their bills and all. Distribution box containing main switch and fuses for each circuit. One box is there, you can see in your homes. In that, some switch and fuses will be there. Okay, and the potential difference between the live wire and the neutral wire is 220 volt. Now we'll read about the earth wire, short circuit, and overloading in this slide. So what is earth wire? What is the function of the earth wire? Earth wire, just now we have read that the color, which color of insulation is used in earth wire? Green color. It protects us from the electric shock in case of leakage of current, especially in metallic body appliances. Okay, so what does it function? It protects us from the electric shock whenever there will be any leakage of current in metallic body appliances, like your electric iron. They are made of metals, so in that maybe sometime it happened that current can leak. So earth wire will protect us from the electric shock. It provides a low resistance path for current in case of leakage of current. Whenever the current will be leaked, that time what it will do? It will provide a low resistance path for the current. Next one is our short circuit. What is short circuit? When live wire comes in direct contact with the neutral wire accidentally. When live wire and the neutral wire, red color wire will close to the black color wire. Live and the neutral wire will come accidentally close to each other. That time what will happen? Short circuit can occur. So how short circuit will occur? When the live wire will come in direct contact with the neutral wire, that time short circuit can occur. The resistance of circuit becomes low, which can result in overloading. Then if they will come in close contact with each other, then what will happen? Resistance of the circuit will become low, and it can result in overloading also. Now what is this overloading? When current drawn is more than current carrying capacity of a current, it results in overloading. Sometimes you have seen that if many of the appliances will be used in the house, and all those appliances are not working properly, then we say that it is overloading. So what happens when we are using the current more than what we are getting the current? That is called overloading. When current drawn means the current which we are taking is more than the current carrying capacity of a conductor, that is called overloading. So what are the causes of overloading? Accidental hike in voltage supply. This is one of the cause. Okay, if some voltage supply will occur like that, in that also overloading will occur. Use of more than one appliances in a single socket. If in one socket only, if you use more than one appliances, more than one device, then also overloading can occur. Now what are the safety devices? Electric fuse is one of the safety device. Earth wire is also one of the safety device, and MCB, miniature circuit breaker. These are the safety devices which we use in our homes. Electric fuse is safety device, earth wire, and MCB. These are the safety device which we use in our homes. With this we have finished the chapter. I hope